Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good. Um, I know you're here today because you'd like to talk about some challenges that you're having in your life, managing just your life.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to share some more? I'm sure you
Sure.
would.
When I had spoken to you last, I was diagnosed with attention deficit in college, and as it was hard, but it was easy too because it was just me, my books, and my teacher. And when I was able to get strategies, I done well in college. But now that I'm out of college and I'm a pastor and I have two churches, my life is like a whirlwind. I just don't know if I'm coming or if I'm going. There's so many things that are going on. There are so many responsibilities, and I'm just struggling.
Okay. So when you were in college, you found it much easier to manage your life
Yes,
versus now that you're a pastor and you have much more responsibility.
yes,
Okay.
and I'm very concerned because I find myself not being able to get everything done that needs to get done. Um, Pastoring two churches, um, you got two congregations. They're calling me around the clock. I'm planning programs and services. I'm doing visitations. I'm managing funerals and weddings. And I'm finding out that I just can't get it all done at once.
Okay, so the ADD, your ADD, um, was, you were able to manage that better when you were in college, or your life, you were able to manage the ADD and your life better when you were in college. Now you're unable to, you find that the ADD is impeding or is preventing you from accomplishing all that you'd like to do in your professional life.
Yeah, because it involves so many people. Um, my membership is over 200 between two churches, and I'm managing 200 people and trying to take care of myself and my family, and I just can't organize myself. I can't can't get it done. And as much as hard as I try, I keep being pulled from left to right, up and down. And what I'm finding out is that nothing's getting done.
You're unable to complete tasks because you're unable to complete your task because you're disorganized and you're finding it difficult to stay focused on a task in order to get it completed.
I mean, every time I try to get something done, I got a phone call. Every time I try to get something done, I got to go to a meeting. It's just not enough hours in the day. And on top of that, I love my children and my wife, and I got to find a place for them in my life. And it's just weighing me down, and I feel like I don't feel like I can't be successful at whatever I do. So I got to try to find a way. I really got to try to find a way because people start looking at me as lazy, or he really doesn't care because he's not doing what he needs to do, and I don't want people to think that way of me.
You're unhappy because you're viewed by people as being lazy and unsuccessful, and you know that you're neither.
Well, that's what I think anyway, because I guess if people see that you're not prepared to stand for a task, I guess that's how people think of me. And at the end of the year, the leadership, the conference gives a evaluation, and the church members get to evaluate the pastor. And I really want to get good marks because I'm trying, I'm honestly trying. And I don't want to lose the job either because I got to take care of my family. And as I said earlier, I believe that I'm called to be a pastor. But trying to, as you said, manage all of this, it's really hard. And I feel like I'm beating my head against the wall.
You're anxious because you cannot effectively manage all that you have to do in your life at home and at work. And you would like to better manage both your personal and your home life.
If I could do that, I think I'll be a lot happier. I think the church will be a lot happier, and definitely my family will be a lot happier if I could just do that. Yeah.
Okay, and how are you? Have you thought of any ways in which you can possibly manage your life better?
If I could just keep focus on one thing at a time and get it done. I mean, it may be difficult because you're getting all those phone calls, but if I could just focus on one thing at a time and get it done, and I think I'll be happier and see the progress. I think that I could be successful.
Okay, so you want to be able to focus better on the tasks that are set before you, and you want to do this by are there any particular ways that you've thought of? Maybe the first step in doing this, in focusing, is...
Maybe I could, I thought about writing it down.
Okay.
And having a schedule and go by the schedule. And that's going to be really, really tough because, as I said, people are pulling me from left to right. And there's really not enough hours in the day. But I think if I could just pay attention to that schedule, if I could just pay attention to that schedule and not be pulled away from the schedule, I think that it's a way of organizing myself.
Okay, so the first step in bringing focus and organization in your life is by getting a schedule and sticking to the schedule. The second step, the first step will be getting a set schedule. The second step is, like you said, then sticking to the schedule.
Yeah. I read about something, about your diet and helping you to think clearly, and those chocolates or something else. I know when I eat chocolates and sugar, I think it affects the way that I think, and so I'm gonna try to not eat chocolates. I'm gonna try to maybe eat more vegetables and fruit because the magazines about attention deficit says that you could help yourself by what you put in what you eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're hopeful that if you would follow the steps that we just discussed, the first step of getting a schedule, the second step, sticking to it, and then the third step of adapting your eating habits to be more healthy, then you will achieve more focus, be more organized, and you'll be better able to manage both your home and your professional life.
Yeah.
I believe that you have a plan, and I believe you're on the right path to uh, to achieving success and more happiness in your life.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And the next time we meet, we'll discuss further.